Afternoon, Raz.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Hi, good
we have a
afternoon.
very special guest. Again, one of the short film finalists in this year's Cinemalaya, direct Raz De La Torre. But I'll read the I'll read his bio. No, professional storyteller in film and television and an educator. He penned blockbuster films and directed primetime TV shows, including A Soldier's Heart, which was recognized by the Asian Creative Academy Awards, tracing his roots in documentary filmmaking. His short documentary on the lives of Filipino working students in London, galing won in Gawad Alternatibo. He's the executive producer of NCCA docuseries called Dayaw. He has also directed approximately 100 stories for Maalaala Mo Kaya. And welcome, Raz, and thank you for
Thank you.
and congratulations for having a short film
Thank you.
shortlist
Thank you.
in KWITS. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet. We're live with Raz De La Torre of KWITS. Can you do a short film? Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you,
Makinig
Anton.
na
Thank
ano
you.
nito, itong film na to. So, maybe can you share us the backstory of this Cinemalaya short film? And what's the story? And what makes this awesome? Why should people watch out for this film?
Well, the film Quits is actually a short film that I made for NCCA. They invited me to create a short film for them. There is a series that they are producing kasi parang mga kwentong NCCA. So they invited me to create a short film for them. And then we produced it, I wrote it, directed it. And I chose to do this story. It's really simply about just a person, a man who's trying to get his ayuda at the time of the pandemic, COVID-19. And siguro napansin mo na rin sa mga ibang pelikula ng Cinemalaya shorts this year, no? Ang daming tumalakay sa pandemic. So it's not really surprising, as we all know, na parang films, they always reflect the realities that we're living in. So I thought it was appropriate to create a film about that also. And yeah, I mean, that's it really. I think Quits is awesome in a way na how to best put it. I think it's awesome in the way that it's not trying to be awesome. The film is really very simple, but at the same time, there's a lot of deliberateness in the way that I created the film. No, kumbaga, sinasadya lahat ng mga elemento na ipinasok doon, kahit yung pagiging simple at straightforward niya is very deliberate, very intentional. And in trying to be very straightforward and simple, I'm hoping that that's how the audiences will connect to it. And that's how it will push audiences to kind of come up with all these feelings and reflections. So I think in an ironic way, that's why Quits is awesome.
All right, let's watch the trailer.
Tao po!
Magandang umaga po.
Pwede po ba ninyong fill upan ito pong application form para makatanggap po kayo ng ayuda? Pwede ba to?
All right. So, why is it called Quits pala? Quits is the name of the character? Or hindi?
No.
Parang
Quits.
na tayo, ganun?
Quits. I guess parang it's a pun also kasi parang syempre parang you know how it was like when we first dealt with the pandemic, di ba? Parang we all felt like desperate and at the
Yes.
verge of giving up and all of that. It's a play on words. I don't want to give away too much, pero
Okay.
it's a little bit of that.
Sa
Yeah.
payoff. Okay.
Yeah.
Ano ba to? May hugot ba to? Or it's really just a parang reflection or editorial of what happened during the lockdown, during the ayuda season?
Meron siyang, in a way, may hugot siya kasi na-observe ko yun eh. Like when they started finally, the government finally started responding to the situation by giving ayuda, na-observe natin. And then of course, sino ba naman hindi makakaiwas dun sa lahat ng mga nightly IATF meetings and lahat ng mga updates on the number of cases and sadly deaths also, di ba? Tapos nakikita mo yung mga tao na nahihirapan with claiming their ayuda or difficulty in getting out of the houses kasi wala silang quarantine pass. Alam mo yon. So lahat yan, I guess, naglabo-labo na nagsama-sama into coming up with this kind of a story wherein hopefully it taps into the everyday experience of the everyday person. So yun yung main intention doon. I wanted it to be accessible in a way. So I look for an experience na kahit papano, lahat tayo, whatever walk of life we belong to, ay pamilyar sa atin. It just so happened that the story dealt with a situation during the pandemic, pero in terms of experience, yung bang pinagdadaanan natin lahat tayo at one point in our lives needed to go to a government agency or a munisipyo, di ba? To do something. Nakita mo naman sa trailer and it shows a little bit of what happens. And that's really essentially what it is. But hopefully it resonates with people despite it being, a very simple story.
So, was it hard filming this? Did you film this while the pandemic is happening? Like, parang 2020 yata ang setting nito, or do you have to recreate it and all the instances?
The setting of the story is 2020. Kumbaga, we imagined it to be at the height of the pandemic, yung storya. Pero when we filmed it, it was already 2021. So, it was a little bit easier, only insofar as easier kasi at that point, vaccinated na yung mga tao. At saka, na-organize na nila yung sistema ng may alert system na tayo. Hindi na nakakalito yung ano nga bang ECQ, ang GCQ, ang nakakalito noong una di ba? Pero eventually, they simplified it na alert level 1, 2, 3, 4. So, nung mga lower alert levels na, mas naging maluwag na rin ang pag-taping, so, or pag-shoot in this case. So, naging mas possible sa amin na makapag-shoot finally. But what we had to go through medyo matagal din kasi we intended to shoot it as early as June of 2021 but the location, the city that we were supposed to shoot in, hindi pwede. Kept pushing it back. And then, nung una, in terms of budgeting, syempre, incorporate mo pa yung RT-PCRs or antigen tests kasi requirement yun. And kahit ikaw naman gusto mo rin safe, syempre yung mga staff and crew and actors mo. But eventually, we got to a point na naging pabor na rin sa production to finally shoot it.
Okay. Do you still find fulfillment? You're a multi-story, director, filmmaker. Do you still find fulfillment with doing the short films for Cinemalaya? Parang indie,
yes.
Kind of setting, yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, very much so. Kaya nga, I suppose, in a way, because I've in the past I've already been part of Cinemalaya, in its early years. So nung younger, in the younger part of my career as a filmmaker, aspirational yung yung Cinemalaya, di ba? Kasi it's an experimental ground in the sense na parang there are no inhibitions, there are no restrictions. Just create a story, tell it the way you want it, and they have no prejudice against kahit na low production yan, kahit na galing pa yan sa probinsya, kahit galing pa yan sa kung anumang klase ng storya. Walang prejudice ang Cinemalaya. If it's good, if it resonates, if it evokes certain emotions, pasok yan dito. So it's really aspirational for young filmmakers to be part of it. But at the same time, pag ikaw naman, like one of the more experienced filmmakers like me, parang getting immersed in the world of professional storytelling, like you mentioned in my bio, di ba? Ang tagal ko na nagdidirect sa television, ang tagal ko nagsulat para sa pelikula nung mga early years din, and that usually mga storya sa television at sa pelikula, they're driven by market forces. Ano yung papatok? Ano yung tatangkilikin? So, namimiss mo talaga yung panahon na you know what, I just need to tell this story. And I think Quits for me is the perfect vehicle for that. Kasi pag pinanood mo yung Quits, at I can share this much at least about the story, hindi siya katulad ng ginagawa ko sa television. You know, pag nanood ka ng mga teleserye, makikita mo yan na ano yung backstories,
Oo.
ano yung motibasyon niya, 'di ba? Parang like para saan niya ginagawa tong bagay na to. And I'm not saying that's bad, no. I'm saying it's just one way of telling a story. But then when you watch this short film, this Quits, ironically, despite my training na gano'n ng pagkukwento, kabaligtaran siya. I mean, you'll meet this character, you barely know anything about this character. Sasamahan natin siya sa isang journey na napakaikli, na samantalang sa isang teleserye, sa isang pelikula, magsaspan yan ng many years, ng ang daming
Oo, marami.
pasikot-sikot, di ba? So parang it's opposite sa mga ginagawa ko para sa mainstream. But at the same time, I feel like it's just equally as powerful. And that's why you look for these opportunities and you're hungry for the opportunity to tell stories na alam mong kailangan pa rin marinig ng ibang mga tao eh. Pero probably hindi naman yan tatangkilikin or probably hindi yan isusuportahan or i-endorse na mapalabas sa isang mainstream platform. No? Hindi kasi sanay ang mga audiences that way.
Oo. Yes. And what do you want people watching this to get out of it? What's the takeaway that you want people to get?
I guess it's really a reflection on the things that we dealt with that got exposed during the time of the pandemic. No? Napakarami sa pinagdaanan natin, lalo na yun nga, kahit sa simpleng proseso ng pagkuha natin ng ayuda or pagkuha ng quarantine pass natin, marirealize natin kung gaano kalaki pa rin ang pagkukulang ng mga serbisyong natatanggap natin, yung inefficiencies, and sadly, in some occasions, yung lack of qualification ng mga namumuno sa atin upang tugunan yung mga pangangailangan natin. No? So I want it to be something that makes us think about that. But at the same time, I also want it to be reason for us to not lose our humanity. Kumbaga, in being able to see the story of this person, the character that we will see in Quits, ay makita pa rin natin na despite the difficulty, despite the frustration na hinaharap natin in our everyday lives, especially during the pandemic, dapat hindi natin makalimutan that it's still important to show kindness, and kindness can be shown in many forms. And hopefully, despite the frustrations we're feeling, it will provide some source of hope or inspiration.
Galing. I'm so excited to watch it. Can you invite them? When is it showing? When's the gala?
The gala of Quits and the rest of the short films that belong to Short Films Program A is on August 6 at lunchtime, 12:45 p.m. That's on a Saturday. The Shorts B program is showing on August 7 naman. That's the next day, also at 12:45 p.m. That will be our gala for Shorts A and Shorts B. For Shorts A, there will be a talkback program, a talkback session, wherein you get to talk to us, the filmmakers, and maybe some of the actors also. That will be on for Shorts A program. That will be on August 8 at 6:30 p.m. I believe in the evening. So so that will be screening in CCP. Cinemalaya will be screening in CCP from August 5 to 14. And then starting August 10, they will also start showing it in the cinemas. So hopefully, if you don't get to catch it in CCP, cinemas naman.
Yes, I'm so excited. At least
Thank you.
live cinema. Congratulations and good luck, of course. This is still a competition.
Oo nga eh. But a friendly competition naman. Magagaling yung mga filmmakers. So I think any one of the films that get honored with the awards is really deserving. I've heard them talk about their films, and I've seen them, the trailers also. Nakakatuwa that talaga the talent that we have, hindi kahit na may pandemya pa yan, hindi na nakikitil ng pandemya yung talent ng Pinoy.
Tsaka okay yung mga regional filmmakers ang sasaya nila.
Yes.
Sasaya ng story nila na creativeness. So, maraming salamat again, guys. Please like and subscribe this video and share this with your family and friends. Please support Cinemalaya 18. August 5 na. Maraming salamat. Thanks, Raz. Thanks, Direct Raz. Maraming salamat. Bye. Can you do a short film?